Welcome to Classic Rewind. Today we're going to be changing the battery on this GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. So let's get started. This is a 2019 GMC Sierra, and I'm going to be changing the battery on the truck here. See, it's a Denali 6.2, just so you know, Sierra, and I'm going to show you what needs to be done to change the battery. This truck, it is a 12.5-inch length, so when you measure it from the left side to the right, it's a 12.5-inch. This is an AGM battery, which is absorbent glass matte battery. That's what it stands for. So if you have an auto start and stop, so that means if you're at a stoplight or a traffic jam, the truck was shut off and start back up. So that's why this battery is so large. And I'm going to show you the battery that I'm going to be changing. This is the AGM battery that I am using. There's the AGM. It's a platinum die-hard, so in case you're wondering. This is the specs on it, which is right there. Again, it says AGM. It's 850 cold cranking amps, 140 reserve capacity, and 80 amp hour. It's an H7 AGM, and this is gonna power the truck. The first thing we're going to do is you have a lock here and a lock here. So what we're going to do is going to push this and lift it up a little bit, push this and lift it up a little bit, and this removes the battery cover. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay, so you remove that and then you have all your electronics over here. So you have to remove this whole plate to get to the battery. So this whole plate has to get removed, and in order to do so, I'm going to show you what you need to do to break it down and remove this battery. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this bolt that holds down the battery, well, actually covers the battery and holds it down right in here, and then there's another bolt right here that has to get removed. It is a 13 millimeter socket. So I'm gonna just remove this. I don't think this battery ever been replaced. So let me take this off and show you what else you need to do to access the battery to remove it. I loosened up the bolts. So that's one. Again, this is a 13 millimeter bolts, so I'm going to put them aside. I'm going to put them right here for now, and then remove this cover plate that holds down the battery. So we're going to put this over here for now. This right here is a plug, and you have a plug here. In order to remove this plug, it's very simple, but you have to be careful, again, you don't break anything. So pull this slide pin out. Okay, move it. Let me move my finger out of the way. So I'll use my thumb. Pull that slide pin out. Okay, and then what you do is you push down this little black clip, and then you slide it back and remove it. Let me show you that again. So it's clipped on. This is pushed in, so you can see it right there. It's sticking out. Push this back. Okay, and then you push that black piece down, and oh, sorry, I didn't push it down hard enough. Then that removes it. Okay, so that's removed, and now you have this piece here. You could do the same thing, push this red clip back and then pull it out, or you could disconnect all your connections over here, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to disconnect this whole this whole bolt here off the battery terminal, so that would be removed off of that. There's a 10 millimeter right here, so and that's a 10 millimeter. So what I ended up doing is loosening this up here so I can remove this connection from the battery, and always do the ground first. That way you have less of a chance of grounding out the battery when you do a battery replacement. So I'm removing that. You see it sparking. Putting that aside, and I'm going to put the nut that I moved back on so I do not lose it off of the connection. Loosen this, so I'm going to remove that ground and just put it aside. So that's ground off the battery. So now that's free. Okay, now the only thing I have to do is remove that 10 millimeter nut off top of the battery terminal. But don't forget, there's a little clip right here that you need to pull back in order to access it. Let me use my screwdriver. And there you go. And you should be able to lift up. You see how I lift the whole thing up? So now this should be back here. You could move this out of the way. I mean, if you really want to get technical, you could remove all these wires and just have clear access to your battery. But I don't know if I want to get that involved, or just push this out of the way for now. I just got done strapping the top of the battery back out of my way. Like I said, I don't want to remove all those terminals. So down there, if you look, there is a bolt holding down the battery. This is 13 millimeter. All it is a plastic clip that holds it, which is adjustable. Okay. See, that's all that is. It holds the battery down, so I'm going to put this right there. And then now the battery should come up. The battery is up and out of the plate that's there. So this is the old battery, and this battery is right there. So what does that say? 730 cold cranking amps, and then 80 ohms. Let me focus right there. So again, it's an AGM 37. This is an older, I think this is an original GM battery. That's why I've been having a problem with the truck. So let's take it all the way out. New battery is in. This is what it looks like. I have to put the battery holder clip down right here. So that goes down in here. Like I said, now all you have to do is really reverse your steps. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to do. Just be careful you don't ground out by doing the positive first. So just take your time. Don't over tighten anything and crack it. But it's pretty simple to do. So that's pretty tight right there. Okay. And this just, there's this little spot. I don't know, I should have showed you that in the old battery, but right here, actually, the battery manufacturer put a slot. If you could see, let me see if I could focus in on that. Right here, there's a slot, and that's for this piece to slide in there and clip on. So they actually thought of that, which is a great idea. Let me remove this. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to put some corrosion resistance. So let me do that. All right, I just put some silicone grease on there, and I'm just going to spread this around to create a barrier around the new terminal. It helps stop corrosion. The ground one here as well. Just want to put a nice little coating on there. So, all right, there you go. Let me put this on. There you go. Now that clipped in. All right. So pushing this down. So now we're going to tighten the battery terminal, the positive battery terminal. Right there. Okay, good. So now we do the ground. Just got done cleaning everything with the wire brush, and I attached the terminal to the battery. So now the only thing we have to do, a couple steps left, is take this cable, attach it to there, make sure that's nice and tight. We have to put on the bracket that holds the battery in place so it doesn't slide. Okay, so this is nice and tight. Okay, this is tight over here. This is the other bolt. That's nice and tight. Now the only thing is plugging this back in and locking it. And then we have to put the cover back on. So it goes in this way. This is the first thing we took off. And then just line that up, push that in, that locks in place. This is to access your battery. So in case you want to jump it, there's your negative. This is your positive. You slide that back, everything's good. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithms. Okay, I should be all done. I'm gonna turn the key and see if it starts. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I always get back to all my subscribers. So please subscribe, please like, and please share. If you know anyone who's doing this type of work, it's very easy to do if you have patience and taking your time and just figuring it out. Follow it step by step. I gave you the sizes that I used. Obviously, different cars will change. This is a 2019 GMC Sierra, and with the larger battery, because of all the electronics and the stop-start that it has on it. All right, we're all ready to start it, so let's push the button and see what happens. Okay, it went through all its systems, started up, not a problem. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.